Full Contact Podcast, buckle up, you heard, like, follow, and share. Like a ming, you heard, we dare. Pulses of the port, and why do people leave? Crank up the truth with Beth and Steve.
Welcome back to Like Coming Ya Heard. I'm Steve Marshall.
And I'm Beth Fulmer.
You know those winter blues we all feel right now?
Yeah.
Well, today we're diving deep into this awesome event that happened right in your backyard, packed with tons of practical ways to boost your mood and beat those winter blahs.
Awesome.
So we're talking about the Overcoming the Winter Blues event held today, February 22nd, at the River Valley Regional YMCA.
Right.
And it was organized by Nehemiah North Central Pennsylvania,
Okay.
which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Mm-hmm.
This event had a ton of resources and experts, all focused on mental well-being.
I see.
Especially during these chilly months.
Yeah, it's so important because mental health is just as important as physical health, you know?
For sure.
And NAMI is doing such incredible work across the country advocating for those affected by mental illness, providing education and supporting individuals and families.
Absolutely. So let's paint a picture of what went down at this event.
Okay.
Thanks to this great article from FAFO Media by Mustin, Hale.
Mm.
So first off, imagine being surrounded by those soothing sounds of Tibetan singing bowls.
Wow.
That was the sound bath therapy session.
Oh, wow. Sound healing. It might sound a little out there, but it's rooted in, these ancient practices.
Okay.
And it's becoming more and more popular.
I see.
So the idea is that these vibrations from the bowls can actually shift our brainwave states.
Really?
Promoting relaxation and reducing stress.
So it's not just about listening to pretty sounds, but actually impacting our mental and physical state.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Stacy Clarke from Enso Counseling LLC, who led this workshop, even mentioned how the different tones and frequencies resonate differently with each person.
Huh.
It's like a personalized sound massage.
Wow. I'm adding that to my must-try list.
Ah.
Now, beyond the sound bath, there was another experience that caught my eye.
Okay, what's that?
A workshop led by Carnie Datres from Repose.
Okay.
All about the connection between food and mood.
That's so important. That's a crucial aspect of well-being that often gets overlooked. Yeah. What we eat can have a profound impact on our mental clarity and our energy levels and even our emotional resilience.
And from what I read, Carnie didn't just talk the talk.
Yeah.
She walked the walk.
Oh, wow.
Participants got to enjoy this delicious and nutritious meal.
Nice.
Including a chicken salad wrap and fresh fruit.
That's awesome.
She really emphasized how smart choice is, especially when it comes to carbs and fats.
Right.
Can make a huge difference in how we feel.
I love that they incorporate a practical element like that. Sometimes experiencing those healthy choices firsthand is much more impactful than just hearing about them.
Totally agree. And as if sound baths and healthy snacks weren't enough.
What else?
There was also a meditation session with Reiki music led by Bailey Shawley.
Oh, nice.
Who's a parenting and educational consultant.
Okay.
Reiki music is known for its calming and harmonizing qualities.
Yeah, it's often used to create a peaceful atmosphere for meditation.
Right.
And it can be really helpful in promoting relaxation and reducing anxiety.
Sounds like the perfect antidote to those winter blues.
Yeah.
And for those who prefer a more hands-on approach, there was even a therapeutic floral arrangement activity.
Now, this might seem like just a fun craft, but there's actually a lot of research that supports the therapeutic benefits of working with flowers.
Yeah.
It engages our senses, encourages creativity, and can even help reduce stress and improve mood.
It's amazing how something as simple as arranging flowers can have such a positive impact.
It is.
It highlights the importance of finding activities that bring us joy and allow us to express ourselves.
And it's a reminder that self-care doesn't have to be complicated or expensive.
Right.
It's about incorporating small, meaningful activities into our daily lives that nurture our well-being.
Couldn't agree more. Now, shifting gears a bit.
Okay.
One thing that stood out to me was the presence of the Pennsylvania Department of Military and Veteran Affairs at the event. They had a big table set up with resources, which is fantastic.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Veterans often face unique challenges when it comes to mental health.
Yeah.
And the winter months can be particularly difficult.
Right.
The isolation, the shorter days, it can all exacerbate existing issues.
Right.
It's crucial that we provide them with dedicated support. Absolutely. And it's great to see organizations like NAMI working to address these specific needs.
Yeah.
They actually have a whole section on their national website dedicated to veterans and active duty military personnel.
Okay.
And their families.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that this event was sponsored not just by NAMI, but also by AmeriHealth Caritas and UPMC.
Right.
It really shows a community-wide commitment to mental well-being.
Definitely. It's a reminder that we're all in this together.
Right.
And supporting each other is crucial, especially during challenging times.
Yeah.
Speaking of support,
Okay.
let's circle back to that sound bath therapy for a moment.
Yeah.
You mentioned being intrigued by it, and I have to say, I'm fascinated by it too.
Well, I have to admit I'm a bit skeptical.
Yeah.
It all sounds very relaxing and peaceful, but can sound really have a measurable impact on our mental health.
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
And I understand the skepticism.
Right.
But there's actually a growing body of research that suggests sound healing can be quite effective.
Really?
We have an article here called Sound Healing, Mood, Emotional, and Spiritual Well-Being Interrelationships.
Okay.
That dives into this very topic.
Oh, wow. So it's not just a bunch of new age hype.
Not at all.
Okay.
This research suggests that sound healing can reduce stress and even improve spiritual well-being.
Okay.
Which is linked to feelings of peace,
Right.
purpose, and connection.
Wow.
Imagine that, using sound to enhance our sense of meaning and belonging.
That's amazing. I'm starting to see why you're so fascinated by this.
Right.
It kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how certain music can evoke powerful emotions.
Exactly.
Or how the sound of nature can instantly calm us down.
Exactly. We intuitively know that sound has a profound impact on us.
Right.
But now science is starting to catch up and explain the mechanisms behind these effects.
Interesting. So what does this research tell us about how sound healing actually works?
Well, it seems to involve a complex interplay between sound vibrations, brainwave activity, and even our nervous system.
Right.
Certain frequencies and rhythms can stimulate the relaxation response,
Yeah.
reduce cortisol levels, and even alter our brainwave patterns to promote a more tranquil state.
So it's not just about feeling relaxed in the moment.
No.
It's about actually changing our brain chemistry.
It is.
That's pretty incredible.
And what's particularly interesting is that this research found a correlation between improvements in spiritual well-being and reductions in tension and depression.
So it's not just about relaxation. It's about something deeper, a sense of connection and purpose.
Precisely. It seems that sound healing can tap into those fundamental human needs for meaning and belonging, which are so essential for overall well-being. And that's something that can be especially beneficial during winter when we might be feeling more isolated or disconnected.
Yeah, this is all so fascinating. I'm definitely going to look into those Tibetan singing bowls now.
I highly recommend it.
Okay.
You know, all this talk about sound healing and these amazing workshops reminds us that there are so many different paths to well-being.
Yeah.
Especially during winter.
Absolutely. We don't have to just grin and bear those winter blues.
Right.
We can actively seek out resources and practices that support our mental health.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can be as simple as getting outside for a walk on a sunny day, connecting with friends and loved ones.
Yeah.
Or even just taking a few moments for ourselves to relax and recharge.
Exactly. Even small, consistent actions can make a big difference.
Yeah.
And what's really exciting is that events like the one held today are making these resources more accessible.
Right.
And showing people that they're not alone in this journey.
I love that. So, to our listeners in Lycoming County, what stood out to you the most about this event?
Yeah.
And the different approaches to mental well-being discussed today?
It's a great question to consider.
Yeah.
What resonated with you? What sparked your curiosity?
Right.
And what simple step can you take today to nurture your own mental health?
Those are great questions to ponder. I know I'm leaving this deep dive feeling inspired to explore some of these alternative therapies and prioritize my own well-being, especially as we navigate the rest of winter. And remember, taking care of our mental health isn't just about, addressing problems when they arise.
Right.
It's about being proactive and incorporating these practices into our daily lives.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
About creating a lifestyle that supports our well-being.
Yeah.
Just like we prioritize exercise and healthy eating for our physical health.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
It's about nourishing our minds and souls, not just putting out fires when we're feeling stressed or overwhelmed.
Exactly. And sometimes that nourishment might come from unexpected sources, like those Tibetan singing bowls, or even arranging flowers.
I never would have thought of those as mental health tools before.
Right.
But it makes so much sense when you think about how they engage our senses and tap into our creativity.
It's all about being open to new experiences and finding what works best for each individual.
Yeah.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach to well-being.
So true. And I think that's what makes this Overcoming the Winter Blues event so fantastic.
Yeah.
It orders such a diverse range of approaches, from sound healing to nutrition to mindfulness practices.
It's a reminder that there are so many paths to feeling better.
Yeah.
And that we have the power to choose what resonates with us.
Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into this incredible event, I want to leave our listeners in Lycoming County with the final thoughts.
I'm all ears.
What if we challenged ourselves to view winter not as a time to simply endure, but as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery?
I love that challenge.
Yeah.
Instead of dreading the shorter days and colder weather.
Right.
What if we embrace the season as a time to turn inward, explore new practices, and nurture our well-being in unique and meaningful ways?
Exactly. It's about reframing our perspective and finding those silver linings in a season that can often feel bleak.
And remember, even small steps can make a big difference. So whether it's trying a new meditation technique, connecting with a friend for a virtual game night, or simply taking a few moments each day to appreciate the beauty of a snowy landscape.
Right.
Every action counts.
Beautifully said. So to our listeners in Lycoming County, we encourage you to embrace this winter season with intention and curiosity.
Yes.
Explore the resources available to you. Connect with your community. And discover the practices that bring you joy and nourish your soul.
And remember, you are not alone in this journey. There's always support available, whether it's from friends, family, or organizations like NAMI.
That's right. So stay warm, stay connected, and stay tuned for more deep dives into fascinating topics that matter to you.
Until next time.
The shore has no snooky, that's the word. And Missy Lane's sugar cookies slap, you heard. Like, follow, and share. Lycoming, you heard, we dare. Pulses of the port, and why do people leave? Crank up the truth with Beth and Steve.